80% of the league are free agents. Like, everyone timed their contracts. Everybody signed one-year deals, and everyone timed their contracts to coincide with this new CBA. So literally, there's not even really any teams. There's only like 20% of the league.
Okay, everyone, stop what you're doing because something crazy just happened on TV. We've been talking about the WNBA contract problems for weeks, about greed, jealousy, and fighting. But now, ESPN's Ramona Shelburne went on a show and shared some shocking news. This isn't just a work argument anymore. It's like a hostage situation. Right now, 80% of WNBA players don't have a team. Yes, you heard that right. Most players are out of work. They did this on purpose. They all ended their contracts at the same time to pressure the team owners. Now, there aren't enough players to even play games. They made this crisis themselves, and it could really hurt the sport. Here's the crazy part, the players' union told everyone to sign only one-year deals last season. They said, wait for the big money from Caitlin Clark to come, and then we'll all get paid together. But here's the problem, in a game of chicken, someone has to move out of the way. Right now, no one is moving. There are 2 new teams in Toronto and Portland, but they have 0 players. They can't even have a draft because there's no new contract agreement. You can't pick players if you don't know how much you can pay them. The whole league is stuck because the union is waiting for a huge payday that might not happen. And the most awkward part? The WNBA just put out their schedule for the season. You might think, oh good, so the season is happening. But no, that was a desperate move. One reporter called it the league giving in. And honestly, the reason they had to do it is kind of sad.
We're getting close here, Rich. I mean, I thought it was interesting the league put out a schedule, because one of the pressure points I had been hearing was literally arena dates. You know how this goes. Like, if you don't have your dates on the schedule, they give them away to some concert. They give them away to some circus that comes to town, or they give them away to anybody else who wants to use the arena. Arenas cannot have open dates. And if you want those open dates, you gotta lock those in. So the league went forward with the idea of let's do the schedule, even though we don't even know who's on what team. And I thought that was a blink.
Did you hear about this? The WNBA had to release a pretend schedule for teams that don't even have players yet. Why? Just to stop other events, like the circus, from booking their arenas first. I'm serious. This is the top women's basketball league in the world, where stars like Caitlin Clark play. And right now, they're fighting for space against monster trucks and traveling shows. The players' union is holding everything up. Some top players want 30% of all the money the league makes, but the league has lost money for 30 years. So, the owners had to quickly put out a schedule just to keep their buildings from being used by other events. It's a mess. The players want to be treated like the NBA. They want private jets and huge contracts. But NBA teams don't get bumped from their arenas by the circus. That's what happens when you want big things, but your business isn't there yet. They want billion-dollar treatment while the league is still struggling. And here's the real point. Rich Eisen, a sports broadcaster who's seen many fights like this, asked the big question, what's the real reason people are even watching this league right now?
I don't mean to be flippant, but again, there's a golden goose that's getting more valuable here. And, and stars, I mean, Juju Watkins is going to be healthy. Like, this is rubber meeting the road here.
Caitlin Clark is the best thing to ever happen to the WNBA. She's brought in millions of new fans, sold out arenas, and landed a huge TV deal. She's the golden goose. But the players' union might ruin it all. Here's the problem, those new fans are loyal to Caitlin Clark, not the league. If the union forces a lockout and delays the season, those fans won't wait. They'll move on to something else. And once you lose casual fans, they rarely come back. The clock is ticking. In just weeks, the league needs to figure out the salary cap, handle an expansion draft, negotiate contracts for most players, hold a college draft, and open training camps. That's months of work crammed into days. Even if they make a deal now, free agency will be chaos. teams will have no time to build chemistry, and the quality of play will suffer. The union leaders, veterans like Breanna Stewart and Napheesa Collier, can afford to wait. They have endorsements and play in other leagues. But what about rookies or bench players who need their paycheck to survive? The leadership is playing a dangerous game with other people's money. NBA Commissioner Adam Silver has warned them. TV networks like Disney and Amazon won't pay billions for a league that can't guarantee games. If this drags out, those deals could vanish. The WNBA got a once-in-a-lifetime gift with Caitlin Clark. All they had to do was play ball. Instead, ego and greed are putting everything at risk. Fans should be ready, the 2026 season might be delayed or cancelled. If it all falls apart, remember who lit the match. Not Caitlin Clark. Not the fans. A union leadership that forgot how fragile success really is.